Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. My dear students, welcome again in Pakistan International School, Thai, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is Virtual Learning System Session 2020. This is English for grade 6. Name of the book is Around the World in 80 Days. It is a novel. We have already finished 3 chapters and their exercises. Today we are doing the reading and exercise of chapter number 4. The title is Passport Out Talks in an Imprudent Manner. Imprudent. Imprudent means rude or rash. The words which are careless, not thinking about the consequences or the result of the talk. So the title is that he talks in an imprudent manner. I'm your teacher, Adnan Sabir Mirza. So let's begin the reading. Here we are, chapter 4. This is page number 33. So you should either take your book and open it with and put it in front of you or see on the screen. Fix soon found passport out lounging about on the quay. Well, my friend, said the detective, coming up to him, have you got your visa? Yes, monsieur. Thank you, answered Passepartout. Monsieur, they say in respect like Mr. in French language, because he was a Frenchman. And the name Passepartout is, in French, it is passport, something like this, passport, what, passport. So, but in English, we go with the spelling and we say passport out. What are you looking at? Asked it. We have been traveling so fast that I seem to be journeying in a dream. Just think, monsieur, all I saw of Paris was between 7:20 a.m. to 8:40 a.m. That is almost 1 hour and 20 minutes through the windows of a car, said Passepartout. You are in a great hurry then, asked Faith cleverly. I am not, but my master is. Last Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the evening, Mr. Fogg came home from his club, and 3/4 of an hour afterwards we were off. But where is your master going? He is going, he is going around the world, replied Passepartout. Around the world? Exclaimed Fix. Yes, and that too in 80 days. He says it is for a wagon. but I don't believe a word of it. There is something else in his mind, said Passepartout. Is he rich? Asked Fix. The word Monsieur, the meaning is given in the book, a title or a form of address for French-speaking man. Is he rich? Asked Fix. There is no doubt about that, for he is carrying an enormous sum of banknotes with him. Enormous means big, big number, big quantity. Banknotes, the currency notes. And he spends it lavishly. Lavishly means with no fear, with happiness. He has offered a large reward to the engineer of the Mongolia if he gets us to Bombay ahead of time. Mongolia is the ship, so he said to him that I will give him a big money if he takes him before time. You have been with your master for how many years? Asked Fix. I entered his service the very day we left London. The very day means on the same day, said Passepartout. This conversation made Fix more suspicious. Mr. Fogg's hasty departure from London soon after the robbery, a huge sum of money in his bag, his plan of touring around the world in 80 days, all confirmed Fix's suspicions. Suspicion means doubt. Hasty means in hurry. So his travel in hurry, and after that the robbery was there, and he started his journey soon after the robbery, and he was having a very big amount of money, and his plan to go around the world in 80 days. Fix was in doubt that maybe Mr. Fogg is the thief or is the robber. Thief and robber, there is difference. Thief is a person who steals the thing when there is no one, and the robber steals the thing by force, maybe on the gunpoint, by showing knife, or forcefully. Fix did not waste his time listening to Passepartout's trivial talk. Trivial means small, ignorable, meaningless, and hurried back to the consulate. Consul, I have got my man. He is an eccentric person going around the world in 80 days, cried Fix. He is an eccentric, so meaning is written there. Eccentric means odd, weird, or peculiar, means strange. That he said that I have found a man who is traveling around the world in 80 days, and he is the robber, cried Fix. He told the council about the significant parts of the conversation with passport out. Significant means main things, okay, the important things. Conversation, talk, discussion. But are you sure you are not mistaken? Mistaken means you are doing a mistake. So ask the counsel. So counsel asked him, it was he sure or he was not. I am not, replied Fix. Then what are you planning to do against him? Asked the counsel. Next page. I plan to send a telegram to the Commissioner of London to send an arrest warrant to Bombay. In the meantime, I will accompany my thief to India on board the Mongolia. Then, as soon as we reach India, I will just arrest him with a warrant in my hand, said Fix. Saying this, the detective left the council and went to the telegraph office. Like I said you earlier in my previous lecture, the telegraph is like doing an email or sending a message. It is actually the old system. It exists even now, but the world is too fast. You can see send something on WhatsApp, you can send the email, and it reaches at the other corner of the world from one place to another in seconds. In the blink of an eye, you can send and receive things in the uh, written form, not actually, but in the writing. 15 minutes later, Fix boarded the Mongolia, and soon the steamer sailed at full steam over the waters of the Red Sea. Steamer, in the old time, the ships were operated through engines that were steam engines. They used to burn the coal, which we use for barbecues. They put them in the oven or the furnace of the ship, and it produces gas, and the energy is converted uh, into motion. The fan moves and the ship moves. The same pattern was also uh, observed in the railway engines. Some countries are still they are still using the steam engine the for the ships, for railways, these things, because they are now ancient, but they are still working. Now this is the exercise First is question answers. Answer the following questions. Number one, how did the conversation with passport out confirms Fix's suspicions? The answer is when passport out told Mr. Fix that his master is traveling in a hurry and he has a big bag full of money, confirmed Fix's suspicion. What plans did Fix make to catch Mr. Fogg? Mr. Fix planned to send a telegram to the Commissioner of London to send a warrant of arrest, send a warrant to arrest Mr. Fogg, send a warrant to arrest Mr. Fogg on arriving at Bombay. Number three, why did the plan fail? So there is no trace of the answer, but it is the next sixth chapter. The warrant didn't arrive in Bombay at the time of arrival. It is in chapter 6. That's why it is, I think, a wrong question at this time. Because the plan is going on, it has not failed. But he is asking, so we have to move to the next chapters. Number 4, what did Fix do finally? Number 4, he decided to follow Mr. Fogg. So he was constantly following and traveling around the world in 80 days. This is very interesting and exciting story. I'm sorry. Question number 2 is match the following words in list A with their synonyms in list B. Synonyms are the similar meanings. List A, I will read the words from list A and then the arrows or the lines have joined in the list B. So you will do the same thing. You will join with arrows and then do the question answer and the remaining exercise in your copies. And also you will uh, write these words in front of the word, not doing the crossing in the copies. Confirm, establish, confess, acknowledge, enormous, big, beautify, adorn, eager, enthusiastic, confusion, disorder. Put these words into the correct order to make sensible sentences. Number one, there is doubt about know that. You see, there is no sense in the sentence. Number two, you with master have for been now your many years. It is also not clear. Number three, I signed a plan to telegram commissioner the of London arrest to Bombay warrant sent and to. So I've done it for you. There is no doubt about that. Number one. Number two, you have been with your master for how many years? Years. Year or years? Let me see. Years. Number three, I plan to send a telegram to the Commissioner of London to send an arrest warrant to Bombay. Number four, question number four. Who speak these words and to whom? Whom means to which person these words were said, when and where. We have been traveling so fast that seem to be journeying in a dream. Number two, is he rich? Number three, I have got my man. He's an eccentric person going around the world in 80 days. Now, here we find the answers. Number four, who speak these words and to whom, when, and why. Passport out to Mr. Fix while talking to Mr. Fix about their travel. Number two, Mr. Fix to passport out while investigating about his master, Mr. Fogg. Number three, to Fix to the council while showing his suspicions about Mr. Fogg being the robber. So this is it. So to make it more understandable, you need to listen the whole reading again and the exercise as well. And you should also do the reading yourself as well, because you will have an idea of writing style of Jules Verne. Jules Verne is the name of the writer. So it is a very interesting story. I told you there is a movie also on it. So you can see the movie. It is full of enjoyment and laughter. So it is the name of the hero is Jackie Chan. So you can see, but also finish the reading. You can finish uh, all the book, but you need a dictionary, or you can see the meanings through Google. Okay, if you find any word difficult, you can write it and write the word meaning of it. Then you will find it. There are many applications which give you English to English translation and English to Urdu and English to Arabic as well. So this was the end of chapter number 4. So next chapter is chapter number 6. Fifth chapter is not included in your first term. So we'll continue with the sixth one. You can do the fifth if you want yourself, but the next lesson, inshallah, will be sixth chapter. Okay, so this is all for today, and stay at home. And if you need to go out, use a proper mask and sanitizers. The corona is still there. You need to take care of yourself and your near and dear ones. So, bye bye. Khuda Hafiz. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.